Today, I want to give you 8 harsh truths of the things I wish I knew in my early 20s. Hello, everyone. Steve here. Thank you for coming back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. Number one, less is more. We are somehow wired to think that life improves by doing more of everything, more information, getting more information, more money, more friends. But often, and the more we grow older, we realize that peace and happiness comes from subtraction. Subtraction brings fewer distractions, fewer one-sided relationships, and it also brings the most important thing in our days, less stress. Happiness is often about removing things out of your life that they drain your energy, they spread toxicity, they make you unhappy, they make you depressed. Removing those things may give you more peace of mind and even will give you more energy. So quitting isn't always that bad. It can mean prioritizing or rechanneling your energy to what really matters. Number two, all those people that you're trying to impress today, I have some news for you. They won't be at your funeral. We spend so much time trying to look impressive from our early age and focusing on people liking us. We spend time focusing on our parents liking us, on our friends liking us. We want to make sure that we impress our professors, our colleagues at work, our relationships. But we're missing the point here. The point is creating genuine connections. And those connections, they do happen when we stop putting an extra effort to impress and we focus more about being ourselves, being authentic, making sure that people like us for what we are. I always say to people I meet, if that's in my working environment or if it's in some of my friends, I always tell them this: I'm a WYSIWYG type of guy. So what you see is what you really get. Number three, mastering your morning is probably the best energy booster in your life. So instead of having, ice baths or drinking green smoothies, focus on that. Just wake up and spend the first 2 hours doing the one single thing that you think is going to be more impactful in your life. After you do this, you will realize how much more productive your day is going to be. Point number four, you probably have heard this numerous times, but I'm going to come back and say it again. Keep moving forward. You're going to find in your life that there are going to be moments where you're going to get hit hard and you're probably going to kneel. You're probably going to get into your knees and you're going to find it very hard to stand up. It doesn't matter if you have to crawl for a while, as long as you crawl forward. Think about it like driving a car in the middle of the desert. There's no lights around, and you keep focusing on what you can see 10 meters ahead. That's enough for you. Keep looking forward, and eventually you will see that the highway ahead of you is going to keep coming to you, bigger and usually lighter. I have gone through many different drawbacks in my life, if that's my personal life, my career, my relationships with friends, with colleagues. Sometimes, I felt, why is this happening to me? But I never, not even for a single moment, I ever gave up or I thought about stopping or maybe, turning around. Yes, there were moments when I thought about it, but I never did it. And that kept me going. So I urge you, if that's what you're thinking today, that life is bringing you lemons, then, don't make a lemonade, make a margarita. I think you're going to find out that everyone goes through this process. And the fun part is getting over it, having the guts, having the courage, the resilience to overcome those hurdles and keep moving forward. Next point, nobody's thinking about you as much as you think. When you're 18, you care what people think. When you are 40, you stop really caring. At 60, you just realize that no one was thinking about you at all. That embarrassing thing you said, that embarrassing thing you did, the way you showed up at the party, the way you dressed up for a wedding, nobody remembers it. They probably forgot it after 10 minutes, even if they made fun of you or there was some criticism or judgment. 10 minutes after, nobody remembers it. So remember that everyone is the main character of their own life. Let that take this burden and this weight off your shoulders and free you to be authentic, be yourself, and stop overanalyzing things, stop overthinking it. Point number 6. Ask yourself, what advice would I give someone else if they were in my situation? There are more times when I found myself not being able to find a solution in any problems I had. But what happens is we often think that our problems are unique. But when you frame those problems as someone else's problems, the solution tends to become more clear. We give great advice to others. I mean, we are wired to be doing that. Why not try and give that same wisdom, same advice to ourselves? So, next time you are in this situation, trying to detach emotionally, and you will see that it will help you think clearly. Number 7, your life is determined by the number of uncomfortable conversations you're willing to have. Growing up, I found out that in many situations, I was not comfortable having those conversations. But growth comes from hard conversations. This is the bottom truth. Asking for a raise, asking for a date, ending a relationship, going into your colleague or your friends and trying to set some boundaries, having a difficult conversation in your working environment. Avoiding those keeps you stuck. So try to have those conversations. You will see that shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset requires that you make that big step on getting out of your comfort zone and be part of those difficult situations, difficult conversations, difficult things that happen in your life. Those conversations would definitely be the connecting point to the life that you want and the life that you actually deserve. Point number 8, the perfect time is a myth. Let me just give you a very relevant example. I have been looking into starting a YouTube channel, getting in front of the camera, saying the things I want to say for a very long time. I kept saying to myself, okay, I will do this, I will create a channel, then I will do some research, then I will try to find, what I'm good at. And then imposter syndrome hits. So where am I good at? What can I really talk to people about that they will find it interesting? Okay, maybe I should wait a little bit. Maybe I should try and find the perfect time for doing it, which means I got to do more research. I have to educate myself more on certain things, maybe buy better equipment. Well, this is one example. There are so many examples in our life that usually keeps us away from fulfilling our dreams and fulfilling our purpose and really becoming happy. There's no perfect time to get married. There's no perfect time to have kids. There's no perfect time to ask for a promotion. Nothing is ever going to feel like it's perfect time. that you gotta get out there and do it. Waiting to feel ready just delays your progress, delays your growth. That's what I found out the hard way. So remember that big life decisions often succeed because you act despite of not feeling ready. So that pretty much wraps it up. Those are the 8 harsh truths that I wish I knew in my late 20s, early 30s, and I strongly believe would have made a big difference of the person I am today. If you thought today's video was of interest to you, please consider subscribing and also liking it. This way I can make more videos that can help us grow together and become a better versions of ourselves. Till next time, please stay well and stay focused. See you.